Clsk reported earnings this afternoon, and it has been interesting to say the least. It fluctuated in a big way, all the way down, all the way up. You can see these are 15-minute candles showing the after hours. We came all the way down to 1384, all the way up to 1549. We're settling somewhere in the middle right now. We did get a sneak peek at what is going on with the earnings, even though it's not really out on TradingView yet, but there have been some reports that have come through. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that right now. This is on Benzinga. This is going to show us, let me get rid of all this stuff. All right. I thought we were going to, there we go. Okay. So you can see here on earnings per share, it came in at a 50% miss, but some of their competitors were coming in the hundreds, if and sometimes thousands of percent miss on that earnings per share. The only one I think that beat was Hut, that ended up being profitable. Well, they're not the only one that beat, but they're the only one that beat by an amount that mattered. Earnings for Clsk that did come in at a bit of a loss there. Revenue was up 36.7 million from the same period last year, so that's year over year. They didn't really give us the revenue for it. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Revenue estimate, revenue actual. So it came in ever so slightly. No, it didn't. It didn't ever come in. They do not have the revenue actually posted yet, which is kind of frustrating. So the earnings per share came in a bit low. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Is this what we want to see? Ah, there we go. The revenue came in at $89.28 million, whereas the expectation was slightly lower than that. We came in at a 0.71% surprise on Clsk there. The expected was 88.76. We got 89.28, so we beat on revenue, lost on earnings per share. Now this, I'm going to go into the next thing here for Clsk, which is kind of exciting. So this is from Stock Titan, and let's see. Clsk reports record-breaking financial year 2024 results, outpacing the halving and the difficulty. So let's take a look at this. So their hash rate, they're over 33.5 hash rate, right? Exahash right now. They are on track for their 37 exahash by the end of the year, and to easily reach their 50 exahash goal by the first half of 2025. So Clsk is looking fantastic there. They had a revenue increase of 125% year over year, with $378.9 million made in 2024 so far. That is also super exciting here, looking at all of the data coming in for Clsk. This is actually not bad. They have a pretty healthy balance sheet. Their EBITDA improved to $245.8 million, which is a $220 million increase year over year. That is exceptional for the EBITDA increase there. That improvement is fantastic for us as shareholders. So we may see a pop in the stock off of just that alone. They have a good balance sheet. They're still very much in the green in terms of how much money they are currently holding. They have expanded their operating portfolio to 726 megawatts. That is fantastic for them as well. Lots of good news in here. Lots of really good news in here. You can see that they produced a little over 7,000 Bitcoin in the year so far. They got their strong balance sheet with lots and lots of money on that. Let's see here. Yep. What are the negatives? Let's see, they still, despite all the improvements in their financial standing, they did have a net loss of $145.8 million for the financial year of 2024, but that is to be expected. They were not profitable, and they will likely not be profitable until we see Q4's reports. Well, this was technically Q4, but the next quarter report will see it, and going into next year, they'll likely get and be profitable. You can also see that their year over year loss per share has increased significantly, or improved significantly, from a loss of $1.30 per share last fiscal year, and it went up to a 69-cent loss per share this year. That was a significant improvement. We're seeing lots and lots of improvement here. We're seeing an increase of their portfolio for power. We're seeing an increase in their exahash outpacing the halving, significantly outpacing the halving. We see them retaining a lot more revenue than they were before. Their EBITDA improving wonderfully. They're holding thousands and thousands and thousands of Bitcoin on their balance sheet. This is not a bad earnings. They beat revenue by a small amount. They missed earnings per share by about 50%, which in a normal stock would be huge, but in a Bitcoin miner, it's really not that bad. And that's the report for Clsk today. Did it actually update on here yet? No. Okay, and we are seeing that in after hours. We are now at a loss in the after hours a little bit, so that's a little that's not so great. We came down, and but this is looking like a bull flag. We'll see what's going to play out tomorrow. I am kind of hopeful that this comes down maybe even to the high 13s or low 13s, and we get a bit of a sell-off for me to purchase tomorrow and get my hands on some more clean spark warrants. This is kind of looking like something I'd like to see. It comes down and then another arm down. That's actually not too bad. So that's it. That is the Clean Spark earnings report. A lot of things are looking pretty good. A couple of things are still being ironed out overall, like their earnings per share. That still needs to be improved. But overall, I'm not too upset about this earnings report. And tomorrow, I'll have more information about the presentation that is going on right now, and I'll be able to say more to what their actual future guidance is. That's not currently out yet, which is probably why we're kind of just vacillating between market close and a bit higher right now. They're waiting for that guidance to come through to either really pump the stock or dump it going into the evening here and into tomorrow. So anyways, that's all I've got for you this afternoon from the lunchtime studio, also known as the front seat of my car. And go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you've been with us a while and haven't done so yet. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description, as well as the channel bio. Don't sleep on that sticker shop. That link is in the description and channel bio as well. And have a profitable day.